Welcome back, everybody. Welcome if you are new. Today we're in the Arca series here at Homestead. This should be a really interesting race. This car is super loose. Fastest I've gotten is like a mid-7 out of this, but I know the faster guys are going to be in like the 6s or 5s or 4s. I've seen some people in the 4s in practice, but I wasn't able to hit I wasn't able to get to the first time slot of the day like normal, but I got like a couple after that. It's like third time slot for Arca. I was kind of late doing this because I had my girlfriend's mom's birthday. Went out to dinner with them and stuff, so a little late to the party here. But we're gonna do the best we can. Just try to survive this race because this car is super loose. And gonna run top on the first lap to try to gain as much speed as we can, hopefully not smack the wall. And then I'm actually gonna run bottom both corners on the second lap. That's how I've ran my quickest time. I just don't know. I can't get the speed up top in 1 and 2 because it gets, the back end is just so loose getting on throttle coming off the corners and stuff. So we're just gonna do the best we can here. Just gotta watch out for guys in the race because I think there's gonna be some guys getting loose, smacking the wall as well, trying to run the top. So I'm just gonna try to play it safe, run like middle or bottom most of the race. Try to save tires if possible. 34.1. Okay. Try to get all the way down here without hitting the apron. And I want to like slide up and get like a straight line off so I don't get too loose, but still got pretty loose there. I changed the steering to 14 to 1 to try to help me catch the car a little easier. And brake bias all the way down at 60. Slid up a little bit too much there, but might have an okay exit for 4. Yeah, this race is going to be very interesting. I don't know how the tire wear is going to do. All right, I ran a 9. That's not very great. Justin's down in the low 4s. I'm not shocked by that. Damn. Anthony gets down to a 3. That's the first time I've seen somebody in the 3s. That is absolutely flying. So we're definitely going to have some work ahead of us because we are car 16 out of I don't know how many, like 21 maybe, something like that. Yeah, 21 it looks like. So we're going to be starting pretty deep in the field anyways. I'm going to try to save some tires and just try to avoid the wrecks if there is any. And hopefully we could finish maybe close to the top 10. And that'd be a decent goal for me in this race, I feel like. All right, we fell back all the way to 15. So we're going to be starting really deep in the field. That's okay. We're car 16. Really low car number, but just want to get all 35 laps in. Try not to get in a wreck since there's no cautions. Definitely want to turn off our fuel and, well, we don't have any tires anyways, but fuel just in case we have to come take the fast repair. Just in case, because if you have to go pit and take your fast repair, you don't want to sit there and fuel up the car. It's just going to take longer to get back out on track. But Homestead's a fun track. It's very difficult though in these cars. These cars are so loose everywhere. So you got to be real careful with it. Be very careful on throttle. But hopefully it's a good one. I imagine up front they're going to have a good battle. Justin and Anthony. Anthony's super quick. Justin's always been fast. So he'll be doing pretty well most likely. I don't know a whole lot of how the first split went. I talked to Gavin a little bit, like Ropchan. And to see how his race went, and he ended up in a wreck turn 1 because people got loose, I heard. So that's unfortunate. It'll be interesting to see his perspective of what happened. But I asked him where he was running and stuff. He said the first couple laps everybody was running top, and then it migrated down to the bottom. So I'm gonna try to just work the bottom / like middle to start with. Maybe it saves tires and that's why people do it. And the top is just quick initially. You can definitely get a huge run off the top from the guys running the bottom. Coming off the corner. Because the little practice laps I did, I ran a couple laps side by side with people and I was on the top and I was getting a huge run on them. So definitely that's going to be a good way to pass. But if you're fast on the bottom and save your tires, should be quick on the bottom as well. But let's get rolling here. The Arca races this season have been like so weird to me just because like I've been second split for most of them. This is a top split one, but I wasn't able to get first time slot of the week. So like everything's been kind of like screwed up for me this season so far. like just not ending up in the top split because we were like a high car number in the second split and stuff.
One lug nut, one jack post, one can of fuel, one lap at a time.
I was like one lug nut, but they're talking about like hitting every lug nut at the same time, like the old car and stuff, but not one lug nut like the next gen. I was confused at first. But yeah, it's been a weird season. Had the Roval, we were second split, and then the other first week we were second split as well, car number 1. So it's been a very weird ARCA season to start with. But this is a top split race, just third time slot of the week instead of the first like normal. But I heard the first time slot was like 4,700 straight to field. It's absolutely wild. This one's still probably pretty decent, probably like upper 3,000s, I'd imagine. Because I'm at like 31, 3,200 iRating, and we're car 16. He did not get a very good jump. We're already 3 wide. That's lovely. I didn't want to take it 3 wide on the people. Guy on the outside did not want to go all the way out to the wall. They are loose. I am loose. Alright, we're fine. Get single filed out and get rolling here. I'm gonna try to run like somewhat middle to bottom. I don't really want to run all the way up at the top, but kind of drifted up there so the guy wouldn't hit me in the rear end. He had a good turn 3.
41.605. Clear, clear, clear. Inside.
See if we can get the top rolling early, I guess, since somebody's on our inside.
You're clear him. Inside, inside.
Oh god. He scared me. He was coming up so quick off that corner. It said he was clear and then, but I had to run. I'm not trying to get all the way out by the wall, but we are a little bit. Somebody's in the wall. Please don't turn off. Sorry, I was trying to miss the car on the wall.
No worries. I thought I'd give you enough room. Sorry about that.
Yeah, you did, and then he turned off the wall a little bit, so it scared me. Yeah, just trying to avoid everybody. Ended up in the wall and stuff. That's the bad part about running the top. You end up in the wall, you're going to lose so much time. Shocked there hasn't been a wreck with how loose people have been so far. He's in the wall. Oh, this has been an interesting race so far. We've fallen back some, but that's okay. I'm not that worried about falling back early. Somebody slow down there on the bottom? No, I think that was like a safety truck or something. All right, people are running the top. I'm gonna try to run the bottom. See if we can get it rolling down here. Try not to get loose like that. That's my thing. I'm just getting too loose here. Like, I'm getting too much on throttle, not being smooth enough.
34.525. Still outside.
Putting too much wheel into it while using the throttle is the problem. That was a decent 1 and 2 because I got by the 19 there. Because I want to try to float it in some. I don't want to like completely overdrive it too much. But knowing me, I overdrive everything and destroy my front right tire. We're back to what, 18? So we've lost 3 spots since the start of the race. Definitely feel a little bit more comfortable on the bottom of 1 and 2 than 3 and 4. 3 and 4 is a little slicker. Back end wants to come out a lot more around there. But maybe later in this race we could start picking people off. That would be nice. Like my league race at Bristol. That was great. I fell back in the beginning and then I was picking people off after like 20, 30 laps. It was a lot of fun.
34.204.
Because I'm not sure if running the top hurts your tires more or not. Because you're like kind of rolling more speed and stuff up there.
Outside.
See, I'm better in 1 and 2. I can get side by side with Tony here.
Outside.
Someone got up in the wall up there. Just seems like there's not as much grip on the bottom of 3 and 4 as there is in 1 and 2.
Outside clear. 34.3. 2, 8. Outside.
Definitely can use the throttle to rotate the car though. That's very easy to do.
Still outside.
Very easy to over-rotate the car like that. Because that's what I keep doing.
Still outside.
Joey down here is starting to struggle. He looking real sideways off these corners.
Still outside. 34.66.
Just dragging the brakes slightly, getting into these corners, trying to get the bottom rolling.
Still outside.
He's like right on my door, or like right on my quarter panel. I'm trying not to slide up into him coming off the corner.
Still there.
But Homestead's a track I really don't run hardly ever because they only go there once a year, usually towards the end of the season, except last year. Last year they did it early on.
7.3.
But Homestead's a very fun track, but I just don't get to run it that often. So it's like one of those tracks I'd like to run more, but I just don't.
Door outside.
So I'm not great here.
Still outside. Door outside.
Yeah, I'm hoping all these guys running the top are like burning off their tires, or at least their rear tires. Oop, they almost touch in front.
34.415. Still outside.
But doing good racing. Homestead usually puts on some good racing, which I enjoy. Joey here is all over the place. He is loose everywhere.
Still there. Door outside.
He's been loose on the top, loose on the bottom. I'm definitely loose in 3 and 4 all the time. So I'm being a little bit more careful there.
34.539.
Stevie's been side by side with me for multiple laps now.
Still out there.
He's always right on my door in 1 and 2. And that's definitely where I get a better run at, but I got too sideways that lap.
Clear.
Why are you gonna dive bomb? What is the reasoning? It's literally, oh god, I'm loose. And I got hit. That's my bad. That's on me. I got loose.
Clear.
Did a 360 though and kept going. How do we only get a 2x for that? That's kind of crazy.
38.
But that's on me. I got too loose off the corner. He didn't have any time to really check up for me. Oh, my rear tires are hating me now. Oh, Homestead the struggle. It's a fun track. I just don't get to run it very much. Wish I could have had time to put more practice laps in here. But that's a bummer. I'm happy I did like a just 360 and kept going at least. Like it didn't really, it hurt our races for sure. Like we're out of trying to get any more spots out of it. Who, Charles and I? Because I think Bo was just far back or something. But Charles, I think, is the one that got in the back of me when I got loose. So yeah, we're in dead last right now. That's nice. I really thought there was gonna be some more people like spinning out or getting in the wall. A couple guys got in the wall early that we got by, but they started getting back by us later on. But it was 3 and 4, which has been my nemesis this race so far. Maybe I need to run high in 3 and 4 and to have a little bit more grip up there.
34.523.
See if we can try to catch these two up here or not. Do the best we can. Trying to push it too hard now for sure. We still have 20 laps to go. Yikes. Definitely hurt our race doing that early, especially. Oh, getting it in the wall now. Saved it out of the wall somehow. Checked up enough. I thought for sure I was sliding up into the wall. My rear tires are absolutely hating me. I could hear them screaming at me.
35.029. 20 laps to go this time by.
Just need to do what I was doing before on the bottom of 1 and 2. 3 and 4 is just where I need to try something different. But yeah, struggle race for me, but that's okay. It happens. Hopefully next week we can get back in the groove of things a little bit better in Arca. I've just not been very good or consistent so far at this track. That spin definitely hurt our rear tires, so that they're going to be really worn down for the ending number of the race. Because I like to see what the percentages are of the tires each race. I think they're still kind of pulling away from me in front of me, Bo and Charles. Let's see if I can run the top both corners instead of just in 3 and 4. Because that'll help. Just keep the momentum up of the car. So I'm not sure if up here hurts your front or rear tires more or less than running the bottom. Really don't know. Definitely not as fast up top in 1 and 2. You gotta run that like Reddick, Larson, Chastain line right up on the wall. This race in, what is it, in a few weeks, I think? Like 4 or 5 weeks, something like that. When the NASCAR comes here in the playoffs, it should be a good race. Because it's always fun to watch them rip the wall with how close they can get to it the entire way around. It's crazy. Because we run 34.9. It actually was slightly quicker than when I ran bottom than top. Oh, wall. Stay out of the wall? Okay. At least we're not getting like stripes along the wall and slowing ourselves down even more just by our own mistakes. I'm just not fast. This is a struggle bus of a race. I think I'm going to skip forward a little bit until we get to like the last maybe 5 laps. And I'll bring you guys back since there's really nothing going on. If something happens, I'll bring you guys back and let you know. Alright, coming up 5 laps to go. I've smacked the wall a couple times. Kind of found a little bit of speed up here. Like, I've lost so much time to the guys in front of me, but I've gained it back. Like, they've got up to like 4.5 ahead of me. I've got them down to like 3. And Bo ended up getting around Charles. And we gained 1 spot. I think the 13 car might have left. I don't know what happened to him, but he was stopped on like the back stretch on the bottom. Maybe he smacked the wall or something and killed his toe link or something like that. I'm not sure. I just saw him stopped on the back stretch. Somebody else manually disconnected though, so that actually will get us up to 19. 35.22. I'll take the free spots, thank you. So we don't lose as much iRating. But yeah, we're still at a 2x. Just scraped the wall a couple times. Leaders haven't caught me a whole bunch when I haven't hit the wall. Like, I'm actually doing okay at the top up here. So I don't know if the top is a little bit better for your tires. There's the wall again. That slows me down a whole bunch. I was starting to catch Charles there a little bit. I think he might have hit the wall too, like the lap before or the corner before. That loses it all back, so we won't have a chance at him. Just pushed it a little hard there. So I tried to get in the throttle to get the back end to kick out a little bit, and then it just barely caught the wall up there. But only a couple more laps around. The 1 car has been in the lead the entire race. He's blinked out a couple times, but actually the 14 is starting to battle with him. I see in the relative. I need to stop looking at the relative though, or I'm gonna wreck myself. But yeah, I just struggled this whole race. That was all this basically was. Saved you a bunch of like boring laps at least, but probably about 10 of them. And we'll move on to the next week. I'm not sure where next week's at. I think it might be Twin Ring Motega. Or Motegi, something like that. I think that may be next week's race. Which, that's a fun track. It's a flat track, and I don't normally like flat tracks, but the last time I went there, I think it was in a late model, and it was a lot of fun. So hopefully these Arca cars will be good there, too. It's probably going to be real loose like Arca normally is. But I think next week we'll be able to get some more laps in than we did this week for practice. I just was like real late to the show this week. Couple splits late. Who ended up winning it? Oh wow, the 1 car ended up 3rd. What happened there? That's crazy. A 3 car ended up winning it. The 14 was in 2nd for the longest time. Go back and see that battle.
Awesome race, guys.
We'll go back and see that battle.
Guess he just saved his tires.
Because I'm interested to see how the 3 car ended up winning that. But we finished 19th. That's super unfortunate, but I just absolutely struggled. Sorry to Charles here that he didn't have anywhere to go when I got loose earlier and gave us a 2X. Other than that, it was a pretty clean race by everybody, it seems like. A couple guys got in the wall, but everybody gave each other room. I want to see the battle for the lead there on the last lap, because I don't know how he went from about 3rd to 1st. What happened? Okay, so how did he get past? Because he was in the lead the entire time, is the thing. This is lap 33 of 35, and dang, he is so far back at this point. Like, what happens? Did they battle and just lose time battling these last couple laps? 96, which is actually the 14. James running the bottom there, clears him, gets loose off of turn 4, but cleared Anthony there. Anthony has a huge run going down the front stretch, gets underneath him going into turn 1. They're side by side. James is getting a big run on the outside here. Anthony's not going to clear him, gets loose coming up the track. They're side by side down the back stretch. This is lap 34 now. 2 laps to go. They both go high. Zeke goes low. I guess he must have saved his tires really well, because he is getting that bottom to hook down there. Got by Anthony through that corner pretty easily. Still side by side with him, but he's going to have the bottom for turn 1. Let's see what he does here. Does he just send it in, or does he get side by side? Well, looks like he's going to get side by side with James here, or is he going to clear himself off the corner? Oh, James got a little loose there off the corner, and this is the final lap, but he gives him the room on the outside. But it seemed like people on the bottom have been killing it in 3 and 4. James goes low to try to get to his door slightly, but then drifts up really hard. Zeke holds that bottom really well. Gets a huge run, but Zeke gets the win. Good job by that. That was crazy. But let's go back to the beginning, see any incidents that did happen in the race, which is not going to be many, I don't think. I think the 12 car got in the wall here, because he was the one we were all going by on the front stretch. And then I hit the... Wait, it didn't even show it there. Jesus. I hit the 8 car going down the front stretch slightly. People are blinking. This is lap 31, so it didn't even show my spin. So I don't know what's going on there. 8 car got in the wall a couple different times. Got in the wall, then got loose, trying to overcorrect it. Ooh. He is the one that gave us a free spot there towards the end, too. He got loose off of turn 4 and then wrecked it looks like. Still not sure what happened to the 13 car on his final lap, because he was running. I just want to know what happened to him, because I know he stopped on the backstretch. Did he smash the wall? Like, I would have to imagine he destroyed the wall with his front right, because he just came to a stop on the back. That's it. Nope, he was just done. Okay. He was already running in 18th, so he's like, what's the difference in running 18th to 21st? So I guess, I don't know. But where did we go by the 12 car, like hitting the wall and stuff? It was like really early, I guess. It was this lap. It was Stevie up there, and Stevie was running side by side with me for a while, and then he pulled off the wall, so I pulled down a little bit, but he was a little bit further down, and then he pulled back up, so I overcompensated, hit the 8, but luckily we didn't wreck or anything. That was sketchy as hell. And then where did I spin out? Because it didn't even show that in the replay. I think it was off of turn 3 this lap. And Charles behind me just had nowhere to go. Like, Charles behind me just literally had nowhere to go. He was right there. Coming off of turn 4, I just get a little loose, and he didn't have anywhere to go at that point, so that's on me. Like, I was absolutely terrible. Luckily, it didn't destroy either of us. I just did a 360 and kept going. Luckily, we didn't get a 4X either. We just got the 2X. And that's literally the only 2x through the race besides the 8 car who wrecked there towards the end. So yeah, we struggled all race and wish it would have done a little bit better. Wish I had more time to practice for this week. That would have been great, but it is what it is. We'll take home 19th. Car number 16 going to lose some iRating, so let's go see what we end up getting out of the results. All right, results in. Strength of field was around where I expected it to be, 37.50 just about. How many splits were there? 4 different splits, but great race up front by them. That was interesting to see in the last couple laps, and Zeke led 1 lap, the only lap that mattered, final one, got the win. Great job by him. Justin ran 4th. He's always very fast, but I know he was in 3rd for a while. I think he might have burnt up his tires or something, but we sucked and finished back in 19th, which is awful. Lost 59, still just over 3,200, which is okay. It's just a number. I'll get it up sooner or later, but it was just a struggle race for us. It is what it is. Don't know exactly where Arca is going next week. Hopefully we can run a little bit better and just have a cleaner race than I did, because I was all over the place in the beginning of that. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the racing. Good luck if you do Homestead this week. It's a very tough track, and also the new World of Outlaw games is coming out. So I will already have a video up at this point when this race comes out of the World of Outlaws games, and then I'm going to be starting the career mode. So if you guys are interested in that, keep an eye out for those videos, and appreciate you guys for watching as always. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the racing, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.